Hello everyone and welcome to the BeamNG AI series. It's round 8 and we're here at Industrial Raceway, a small and challenging track with plenty of overtaking opportunities. We have Orange starting on pole and we're underway for the 8th race of the series. Good launch from green. Orange looks clear out in front as we go through the first corner, and the cars on the inside are all making moves. Red up a position, blue up position, green's been hit from yellow and off down into 8th, dropping places quickly, where Orange leads, red in 2nd, Lime in 3rd as the cars make their way through the first couple of corners. Pink has already made up 3 positions while green has lost 4. We're approaching the Parabolica now, and Lime has spun, and all the cars are going to have to avoid it. Yellow going around the long ray, and there's contact between Yellow and Cyan. Yellow also dropping down positions, Lime now in last. Pink continues to climb the order, now 5 positions above the qualifying position as we come down through the last couple of corners in the lap, and it's been a very good start from Pink and a disaster for Yellow, Lime and Green. Lime started on the front row for the 2nd time ever, and it's gone horribly now down in 9th after overtaking Yellow, who seems to be struggling and going off into the grass there. As we round the last corner for the final lap, and Cyan shaping a move on Purple. Oh, and there's contact and Purple's been spun around. Purple drops back 2 positions. Fortunately, there wasn't much loss and Purple was able to keep on going as we watch a replay of the start now from Black's perspective. Starting on the outside, Black was immediately disadvantaged. Blue and Green breaks early, and then Black is hit from behind, and then hit from the side. It's push and shove as more contact is made. Black's just a passenger at this point, being hit from all sides, and the contact continues right through the first couple of corners. A scruffy first lap for the back of the field. And this is how Lime got spun. Blue will say that Lime cut across, but Lime will say that Blue turned into him. Pink forcing Yellow the long way around, and Yellow subsequently loses a bunch of positions. And now Lime is at the back of the field, although he has passed Purple and Yellow by this point, as we jump back to the live feed. Red and Orange, the 2 championship leaders heading through the Parabolica. Cyan had an early grip on the championship, but that's fading away now as Orange becomes Red's next challenger for the championship lead. If the cars finish in this order, then Orange will be just 1 point behind Red in the championship. But if Red can make an overtake for the lead, then Red will extend its advantage over Orange as we come through. And Red's getting all out of shape, catching a spin there, but almost losing it around that corner. As we come through for the 3rd lap already in this short circuit, Orange still leads the race from Red and then Blue finishing out in the podium positions. Blue has had some horrible luck lately, always finding himself in the top couple positions but losing it during the race. Hopefully he can turn that around today. The race start seems to have settled, and Cyan and Purple have lost positions since we last checked on them, so hopefully we can see a replay of that soon. But Orange and Red battling for lead, and Red's got a great run through here, hopping on board, and he's through. He's past Orange. That's an overtake for the lead completed, and Red now soars into victory. That is, if he can keep the lead for the next 9 laps, as we watch a replay of what happened to Cyan. There were plenty of bumps and shoves further down the field in that first lap, so some of the cars might have minor damage, and I fear this is what's caused Cyan's struggle so far in this race as Purple goes through on him in that corner after a simple mistake. As we jump back to live, Red is now building a gap on Orange, and Orange is under pressure from Blue, so we hop on board, and Blue's going to send it down the inside. An amazing overtake, but he's going to have to watch out for Orange on his inside, and I think he's made it through, and oh no, there's contact, and Blue goes spinning around. Orange reclaims that 2nd place, and Blue loses 2 positions because of it. His bad luck hampers him once again. Another lap passes, and Red is pulling away from Orange now. The gap between them has been extending over this last lap, and Pink follows in 3rd, and it's close between Green and Black there. Green might be shaping up for a move, and oh yes, he sends it, and he hits Black, and Black is spun around. Green will go by, Lime will go by, Purple will go by, and Black is sent right down to 8th. This slowed Green up, and now Lime is right on the back of him as they head through the Parabolica. Black is able to continue, but with damage, so he'll be slower than the rest of the pack. Yellow has now been lapped and has too much damage to continue, so he'll retire from this race. Another poor result for the winner of our first race in Hiroshi Raceway. Seems like so long ago. Blue is under pressure from 2 shades of green coming up behind him. Ever since he was shaken by Orange, he seems to have been lacking pace compared to the rest of the field, shaken by the incident. But he still remains in a respectable 4th position and is able to keep Green and Lime at bay for now. Purple has had an impressive race so far, starting at the back of the field in 10th for the 4th time in a row, the 5th time this season, Purple has had to fight from the back, but has finished in the top 4 positions for the last 2 races. Running on board with Orange following Red, easily the standout in this stage of the season, coming off back-to-back victories in Suzuka and Watkins Glen. Orange put himself on pole today and has given himself a good shot at winning, but he'll have to beat the championship leader, Red. There's nothing between them as we come to halfway races this year, 6 of 12 laps in this short but very exciting raceway here in Industrial Park. It's been a pleasure to race here. The layout looks simple, but there's plenty of overtaking opportunities and it's made for some amazing racing as we've seen so far. If you have any suggestions for where you'd like to see the series go next, please comment them below. I'm interested to hear what you've got to say and I'm happy to consider any ideas that you guys have got. Green seems to be shaping up and move on Blue and he's going to try to switch back. Can he get him through the Parabolica? No, it seems as though Blue has been able to defend him this time as we exit. Blue has been struggling against the 2 green cars this race. And it's a lock up from Blue and he's gone deep and Green will sail by. Now Blue is on the back foot from Lime as well. That's the brutal thing about motorsport, is that one mistake will lead to another and another, and it's very easy just to drop right to the back, as Lime does complete the overtake on Blue, who is struggling to get through that final hairpin as we go from lap 6 to lap 7. The gaps between all the drivers is relatively small, so it's still all to play for every driver in this race. Although it has to be said that Red and Orange have really commanded this race so far and taken the fight to each other and been a league ahead of everyone else. They're able to avoid mistakes and keep consistent, which I think is the main difference between all the other drivers. Every race they'll put in a good performance and find themselves at the front of the field, while other drivers will be very hit and miss. Or just plain unlucky like Blue, who has lost another position to Purple. So Blue is really struggling out there right now, probably got some sort of damage on the car, because we know he's better than this. Here's a replay of what happened. Purple's approaching the corner and Blue is almost parked up there and then gets the tap from Purple, who spins him around. That's very, very uncharacteristic of Blue. He's obviously got some sort of problem there to be going that slowly through the corner. And Black has also lost a position to Cyan, struggling out there with heavy damage from the spins and bumps that he had earlier in the race. But while those cars languish at the bottom of the standings, the top 3 remain the same. Now 2/3 through this race, we've still only lost 1 driver, although I will say that Black looked like he's on the brink of being disqualified here because he's about to get lapped. And Pink's been spun around. Pink has been spun around in the second corner, and Lime is going to hit him. Green will get through, but Lime is stuck now behind Pink. Lime has lost some positions in the process there as Pink tries to rejoin. And Blue comes in and makes heavy contact, and that's massive damage for both cars. Blue seems to be able to continue, but Pink there looks a little stranded as Cyan comes past, and it's confirmed that Pink is out of the race from a podium position. How dramatic. Now Black is trying to rejoin the track. He's a lap down, he's disrupting the field, still behind Pink, but you just got a feel for Pink. That was very rough, and Blue there with heavy damage, he's also struggling and will probably DNF at some point in this race, and Black makes contact with Green and spins him around. Both the green cars are off the track, and it's chaos here as Blue also spins, and that allows Cyan to come past. Chaos on the racetrack as we start lap 9, and you can see the leaders Red and Orange there unfazed as Purple finds himself in a podium position after starting last on the grid. Black is off on corner 1 and he spins himself back onto the track, but he's now more than 1 lap behind and he's slowing up Blue. There's contact there. The green cars have swapped positions. Green has gotten past Lime and Lime is going wide there, struggling, and Cyan will come and there's contact. And Cyan is stuck on the side of Lime. And there goes Cyan's suspension, completely snapped. And you'd have to think that Cyan would be out of the race now as Blue overtakes him. Yeah, look at that, Cyan going at a crawling pace on the Parabolica. And his tyre there, you can see it's just wobbling about, not properly attached. And he'll have to find some way to park it up and DNF out of the race. Dramatic times as Black is also confirmed to be out of the race. At least now he's not getting in the way of other drivers. As Orange and Red, the leaders, come through the corner here. And after all that, Green and Lime are still in the same positions they were earlier, not gaining any positions. But Purple, however, has overtaken both of them. And that's a very beautiful shot of the Parabolica corner right there with all of the shrubbery around it. Looks very picturesque, although not very well maintained, that's for sure. As we come around to start the 10th lap of this race. There's not many more left, so if Orange wants to win the race today, then he's going to need to make it quick to be able to catch up to Red in the championship and give him a proper title fight. must be said he's very capable of doing so. He's won the last 2 races and he's on hot form right now, and so it'll be hard to keep behind for Red, even though Red is the championship leader and arguably the best driver in the competition. As we go past the stricken Black on the side of the road, although he's doing well in the championship, Black has only actually finished the race twice, and that was in the first 2 races of the season. But despite that, he's still managed to score some good points, as we see Cyan there off the side of the road, out of the race, completely destroyed, and Purple going a little wide there. As we come through, there's only 2 more laps left in this race, and Orange is going to send the dive bomb on Red and take the lead. That is an amazing move, just like Blue, and this time Red won't spin Orange around to give him some of his own medicine, but now Orange is leading the race here, and there's only 2 more laps to go for Red to make his overtake and reclaim the lead. And he's pulling away as well. Very impressive stuff by Orange to make it a hat-trick of wins if he's able to convert. And at this rate, we still have 6 cars in the race. This will be the first time that more than half the grid is finished since the first race of the season, with a record 8 cars finishing. We've never had the full grid finish, or even just 1 car DNF in these chaotic races, and quite frankly not so smart BeamNG AI. Red has been too far back from Orange to make a lunge or an overtake this lap, so it'll have to be on the last lap for Red if he wants to win this race. Purple coming around in a podium position from the back of the grid, and Blue is off and into the grass here. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't finish this race. Looking at the state of that car, heavy damage, as Red is right behind Orange. He's made some gains in those couple of corners there, and he's pushing Orange through these corners. He's going to go up the inside and make the move for the lead. Red is leading the race on this last lap, and unless Orange can make a response in a couple of corners, Red will end up winning this race from 3rd on the grid. It's been an amazing battle between these two. But Red seems to have the upper hand, once again showing why he is the championship leader. As we come through the last couple of corners, Purple finds himself in an amazing podium position, and the 2 green cars manage to stick it around. But yes, Red is well clear of Orange. And as he rounds the last corner and heads down the straight, he started from 3rd, he's a championship leader, and he will extend that championship lead over Orange as he wins the Industrial Raceway race here, and Orange will come in 2nd. Well fought battle between them, and Purple will come home in an impressive podium from last on the grid, as we can confirm there that Blue is indeed out of the race. That's all for today's race. I hope you enjoyed it. Red still leads the championship with that win with 131 points. 13 more points than Orange, who was on 118 points with that 2nd place. And then there's Cyan falling back with his tough run of form in the last couple of races. He's now 41 points off the championship lead that he once had. Black in 4th with 70 points. There's a 3-way tie for that with Blue and Lime as well. Green in 7th gains a position of a pink, and Purple gets out of last finally, and Yellow falls down into last with only 58 points. I hope you enjoyed today's race. Stay subscribed so you don't miss the next race, and please comment down below suggesting what track you'd like to see next. And I'll catch you next time for the BeamNG AI series.